Talking about you got this and you got that, and you gonna murder this one and murder that one. Talking all that bullshit. I'm gonna put it to you like this, yo.
This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me. I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What is poppin', everybody? And welcome back to another special episode of the Only Friends podcast. Well, you know, it's me and my only friends, which includes, but is not limited to, my boy, Tortu!
Baby, let's go!
You know what I mean?
That's right, you dashed right into that,
You got a little bit of pepper and dash with that.
Oh,
This
man.
is
I can't believe I
unbelievable.
didn't shake it and it just went everywhere.
That
all
would be
over the set.
amazing.
I can't believe you just did that.
What?
Whatever that was.
I love the prep for that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we come prepared here on this show. What do you think we've been doing here all week?
I don't know.
I was gonna wait until, you know, halfway through, kind of bury the lead a little bit, but this is it, guys. This is the final episode. That solidified it right there.
Yeah.
We're fucking shaking condiments on air in order to get a Maraca bit through. The creativity's dead. We have no show left.
Gotta do what we gotta do.
It's been great. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Conrad, you killed the show. How do you feel about that?
Gotta do what we gotta do.
You had to kill the show.
We gotta do what we gotta do.
Gotta do what we gotta do.
Snuffed it out with a pillow. Like, that's it. Show
Non-consensual.
over.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, of course you did, Tortua. You've been.
Hide that until they start paying us to show their goddamn seasoning.
We didn't show. Oh, he did. He said dash.
And he said dash. It's like we're sponsored by them. No
Not
free
yet.
ads.
How big of a flex is this gallon jug that Landon's drinking out of?
Look, I just need to stay hydrated out here, man. This encapsulates the personality these days.
We bought those for the house. He's just like, this one's mine, in case anybody was wondering.
How much extra water bottles do we have?
I don't know.
I mean,
honestly.
he will drink all of that before the show is over.
Yesterday, he goes, just so I'm clear, the purpose of this trip is to eat all the food in the house, right? And I'm like, well, yeah, we can't leave any man behind. He's like, I got this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the point.
Don't sweat me.
People always get upset that I eat everything until nothing gets eaten, and then it all gets thrown in the trash.
Well,
So you're mad that I'm the trash vehicle instead of the actual
No, because
trash.
the trash vehicle is supposed to go last.
Yeah.
Well, it
Because
does.
you'll eat everything
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
Right.
But when you go first, there's nothing left for anyone else.
You have to be the last man through the buffet.
I tried that, and I still got yelled at.
Well, you weren't last.
You were last.
You were next to last.
It was somebody toasted a bun for a burger. Literally.
You got it.
Literally next to you, toasted a bun for a burger.
Yeah,
You got
the
it.
real trash pandas are on the couch anyway. They'll take care of it.
Now they're quiet. Don't interrupt them.
I don't know where.
God's just licking his
Rudy.
dick in the background of the shot. That's good.
That's where the podcast is going anyways, yeah.
Good looking shot. All right. All jokes aside, we have actually been accomplishing some things here over the last few days. We have a lot in store. Let's call it Podcast 2.0 moving forward. We've been fleshing out a lot of different bits and things like that we're going to be working on. We're excited to bring them to you guys moving forward. But I think we have a bit of a tease of a little behind the scenes of what's been going on, if I'm not mistaken. Well, maybe we got a tease. We got
We got a
Memento.
tease, all right.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one
We're
yet.
going to tease
None of
the
us have
tease.
seen it.
No, no.
It's
Possibly
Brian saw it.
purposeful.
I saw it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Well, I had
Guapo
to
and
get
I saw it.
I had to get an opinion before I should.
That was your default?
Yeah, I was like
Tortoise.
Wow.
He
I
is a
approved. It was
connoisseur of
Tortoise
the arts.
approved.
He's the manager.
100% Tortoise approved.
He is the manager.
Lamana.
The podcast from the van.
Are you excited to set up a podcast?
Look at this setup.
There's so much room. It's perfect.
So much room for activity. Lamana got eggs. I got protein.
Everyone gets one
Choose your
item.
item.
Everyone got one item. Someone used their one item on this.
Honestly, be honest with you. My ideal weekend, and I don't want to be a dick or anything, is to say not a goddamn word to anybody except for Brian, because he's my roommate, of course.
Yeah,
And
it's nice.
literally sleep all weekend.
Hey, Conrad. Hey, Conrad. It's time for meeting time.
I didn't even know that happened.
This isn't rocket science.
But I want to get you.
But we did by you backing down from the original statement. That's nonsense.
So frustrating.
The idea of like building this idea out together, not being in competition with each other, not denying each other.
You're a piece of shit. Like, you're kind of a piece of shit. You see my balls. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Put the camera away from my balls. You're not exploiting me for content.
Indecent exposure. Family hiking.
I'm concerned that we've been hiking for like 3 minutes, and I'm already winded.
You're gonna make it, Guapo. He's not gonna make it. He knew that would trigger him. Yeah.
No, he knew. I knew. Right, but so why would he do it? Because he wanted to be a dick. And that's okay.
Yeah.
I know you wanted to be a dick. Yeah. So fuck you.
Big boys.
What she said.
On me.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, that was so fun.
That was well done.
That was really good.
It was well
You've
done.
been crushing it behind the scenes.
It makes me look like
spying on all of you.
It makes me look like I hate you more than I actually do.
Well,
Well,
debatable.
I mean, yeah, we have a boxing match
That
now.
might be an
You don't
accurate
hate
portrayal.
him, but it is
Who's
an accurate
boxing?
portrayal of how much you explode at him.
I want in.
Yeah. That glare that Melissa shot was directed at me and Nikki, and I remember seeing it in real time. I was like, I don't know if anybody else is seeing this right now, but it was daggers.
Well, I was
About
relating with you guys.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yes,
was
we're all
done.
perfect people, and I'm the asshole.
No, what I did cut out, or what didn't make it, I didn't get my camera out in time, was what you were actually reacting to, which Melissa was defending in the van about a joke that.
Oh, you
Berkey-
missed the joke?
Yeah, I didn't get my camera out in time.
Two different ones.
Yeah, there's two different ones.
Yeah, that one was on the couch.
Yeah, the couch glare was definitely you were the one getting glared at.
That was during the
bit.
we were fleshing out.
So
Some
we were
of the
fleshing out some new
details.
bits, and everybody liked this bit, and Landon was getting very intense,
technical.
very technical about it.
We've already booked a few, and I'm on the board for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I guess we can pre-expose the bit a little bit.
Yeah.
You guys who have been watching for a while, loyal listeners out there, we tend to bicker every now and again. A couple disagreements, maybe
Once
over
in a while.
400 shows. Tends to happen, you know?
Over
Sometimes-
stupid shit.
Really stupid shit. Sometimes I say things a little haphazardly. Sometimes I throw out a number and it's just a ballpark. Maybe it's a little outside the ballpark.
Or inside.
And from time to time, we will kind of hone in on that and start to fight. So we decided to let you guys all in on the fun. And instead of debating back and forth what the actual answer is when we just have fucking Google at our fingertips, we're instead going to start to wager on these things. And I think that we landed on just stating book it will be the verb or the action item, where when we're fighting, the immediate end of it is just book it. And then Guapo, our new stat boy, will be looking it up, and we'll have a scoreboard, a tally system, probably going to result in some slaps in the face. I don't know, it just depends.
Determine who's right the most.
Yeah.
Who's right the most?
A little counter on who holds the most authority in these.
I feel like there's actually a decent like punishment system idea, right? The person that loses the most has to do something that's
But there's
within
no
the
end
bottom
point.
of-
That never ends.
We can do
forever.
like quarterly
Okay, we could do
or
quarterly.
You can refresh it, but like the person on the bottom of the board has to a mutually agreed upon punishment, not like drinking milk and getting paintball shot at them 2 weeks in
We have a
advance.
wheel. We have a wheel.
There's
We
a
could
wheel,
put
yeah.
we could put some
Punishment
punishments
wheel.
on the wheel. We could probably let
There
the
you go.
chat.
Yeah, if the chat has any suggestions for punishments, we are open ears.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we'll put the best ones on the wheel, and then
And spin it.
the lucky or unlucky person will get to spin the wheel.
Book
and
it
get their
bets can
punishment.
happen
Find out what
outside the podcast.
Yeah, so we did do a couple.
We did.
No, I think they have to be on the podcast.
They need to be
count.
paired.
Or at least announced on the podcast.
The audience
Yeah.
needs to bear witness.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
exactly.
Because I mean, like,
So we were just doing practice ones.
we'll be in the thousands.
Yeah.
Get the
Off
hang of
air.
it.
yeah, that's true.
Flesh out the idea before you get too technical.
If we're blessed, maybe one will happen on this episode.
Who knows?
You never know.
Who knows?
Let's
I mean,
hope so.
Stranger Things. You know what? I could probably manufacture one or two.
I was gonna say, just start talking, Berkey.
Yeah, just give me a.
You don't need to
You need to try.
manufacture.
I got an
It's
hour.
gonna happen.
I got about an hour.
It'll happen.
the point of the bit is
we'll
it doesn't
work
need to
one
be
in.
manufactured. I'm just going to yell at you
We'll work
regardless.
it. The real point of the bit is that Lamana will never be a subject of this because he understands that the potential of punishment does not outweigh being right, and he will just very quickly go, yeah, I don't know, look it up.
Correct.
Well, we care
Smart
about
tortoise.
being right.
Right, yeah. Smart
Right.
tortoise.
Ain't gonna get me.
Sharp tortoise. Conrad, on the other hand, Conrad's he's a spark plug here.
Yeah.
He might be getting slapped in the face.
It's,
and
a lot of variance in that.
I'm just gonna get my slaps back. You can have one. All I want is one.
Shout out to the Steelers.
Shout out to the Steelers.
Shout
Getting
out to
shit
the
done.
Steelers.
We'll
My
get to that a little
God.
bit towards the end of the show. We gotta cover our weekend Warrior picks.
Yeah, we do.
We did well. Not to brag too early. But prior to that, let's get into a little bit of what we've been going over. Maybe you guys can talk a little about your experience. Guapo, what did you think of the improv coach? Because I know that you kind of leaned a little heavy into the bit, which I greatly appreciated.
So I've never done improv before. No camera yet. We're going to stay on you, Matt.
Okay.
At first, it was a little scary. Just getting in front of people and just being kind of silly is intimidating. But I think when you do lean into it and you really start trying to like throw monkey wrenches, it can get pretty fun.
So I thought that the exercise itself was really helpful because obviously working in a group dynamic is challenging enough, especially when there's 7 mics, but technically only one firing at a time. What I really took away from it is you are low-key a lot funnier than I think you give yourself permission to be on the pod. So to kind of let everybody in on what we were doing this exercise where we just got a word and we had to spark a conversation off of it. Didn't have to be true or anything along those lines. And Guapo's group word was jet, to which
I said we sell hot tubs.
Yeah, Nikki said that they sell hot tubs, and from there, it just it very quickly turned to a product.
I think our coach called it blue.
Yes.
Yeah, blue comedy.
Blue.
I didn't understand that.
Blue
that
is like
comment.
using
Like out of the blue.
potty mouth humor, like
Oh.
cursing, little R-rated.
We
humor.
always fall
blue.
into that.
Yeah.
Though, I think every time.
And
We're
so
very
he
Andrew
did
Dice.
call us that a lot.
Yeah.
We're very Andrew Dice Clay here.
Yeah, definitely. I think
Yeah.
if someone watched Only Friends, it'd say, "Wow,
It's
that Andrew Dice
low-hanging.
Clay."
Yeah. It's low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
You don't know Andrew Dice Clay? She's like, is that
a president?
Is that his thing? It's worth
Yeah,
going back and
ABC.
looking at for sure. But yeah, I won't get into the gory details, but it was a fun exercise. I think that from my vantage point anyway, like those things, they're not fun to necessarily do on air because they're wonky. You know, you're kind of just like fleshing things out and going down that path of like yes and until it gets ridiculous. But I do think that it was fun in a group setting to kind of have the freedom to just say shit, you know, which to be fair, we kind of have that freedom here, but
Well, it's like you have to say shit, but your friends have to go along with it.
Right.
So-
They have to say yes and build on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not be cacophonous, of
Right.
course.
Yeah, do not be cacophonous.
No
So we
cacophony.
made like
Cacophony.
Tortoise the stud of like fucking the Peloton CEO's wife, and he
Yeah.
just had to go
And he just
along
had to
with
keep
it.
going.
We don't use the P word here.
That's, very believable.
It was also a good exercise on like framing what direction to go, because when you have so many hosts on a podcast, it can get cacophonous. And
we have to find another word.
I know. He said it like a few times and everybody put it together what it meant, but it means talking over each other.
Yeah.
So now we've been using it incessantly. But yeah, because there's so many people talking and everyone has great ideas, and sometimes everyone wants to say their idea at once. So the point of a lot of the exercises was just finding one thing to focus on. And like if we do tangent, obviously we have topics, but like sometimes there's tangents and sometimes everyone wants a tangent to their own thing.
Yeah, we did an exercise where we only one person can speak at a time, and then when they were done, you had to wait 2 seconds before anybody could say anything else. It was very, very difficult for this group.
Nobody knew what 2 seconds was.
Right. He's like, okay, you guys did about half a second, maybe a second. Let's try it again. And then the second time it was like, oh yeah, we
That was
definitely
worse,
nailed it.
yeah.
He's like, no, you didn't.
I think Conrad nailed that actually. He was really good at 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we just assumed he wasn't going to talk.
Yeah.
You see? You can't even wait a fucking second. You're just fucking blabbering. Wait a goddamn second. When? You say again! You can't do it! It's ridiculous.
1, 2.
When did your character become the angry black man? Like, when did you make this heel turn that we weren't aware of? Because, like, that's been the entire trip, is you have just become the guy who shouts.
I just want to sleep. I told you, I need to sleep. I can't sleep in Vegas. When I'm outside of Vegas, I could just sleep for hours.
Okay, so next time we do a retreat for the company, we have to do it in
Vegas.
Vegas.
In Vegas,
yes. Who knew?
No, I need to sleep.
Well, for production purposes, I'm quite okay with that.
Wait, you're telling me you can't do this from the back of a van?
I can't do it in the back of a van. No.
I thought we were doing that tomorrow. Is that still not on the table?
No, if you think I'm grumpy now.
I don't think you're grumpy.
It was a tough morning for me.
It was a big setup. It was a big setup. It's funny. My instinct was, hey, let's just run the countdown while we're setting up because we're gonna be an hour late, and like we should just give them something.
I wanted to throw my mic at you.
Yeah.
You should have done that.
And I just realized like, Guapo's not gonna be okay with that. But I think, yeah, because what I was thinking was like, oh, we could just run this and it'll create an hour lead up, which would obviously be annoying, but I can just edit it out in post because like YouTube Studio or whatever lets you just cut parts. So then I could just like cut the entire countdown later. But instead, you guys just sat in the bullpen and waited for us, and we appreciate you for that. Shout out to the chat.
I mean, like half of you. The other half of you guys are absolutely, relax. Fuck.
Well, being the creator of all things bit related, I guess we're gonna have to lean into this new arc that you're putting out for us, Connie.
Curmudgeon Conrad.
Yeah, Curmudgeon Conrad.
What happened?
He's just mean.
You're just mean, and it's okay. We just need to, we need to build around it. We need to explore the space of angry Conrad.
We have to
We'll yes and.
We'll yes and
angry.
you.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And.
Not one of you waited fucking 2 seconds again.
Well, I don't think that. I think that was just
was
an
an
exercise.
That was an exercise.
Yeah, I don't
It's a
think we're
streaming
actually
term.
supposed to do that forever on the podcast.
We should try it.
We
No,
should.
we should.
No, we should.
Not right now.
Wait, we're not supposed to dismiss him.
Oh, that's right. Yes, we should try it.
Yes, we should
Yes.
try it some other
know what?
time.
I don't
Right.
mean now.
We should
That might
try
be
it.
a good idea.
We should try it, and we should do it where it's a half a
The
second.
best part about them not dismissing me is I can see the pain in Melissa's eyes when she said that.
You know what? That might be great.
Bear zoo.
All the activities we planned were like getting people on the same page to kind of like work in unison as like a group mind instead of multi-minds. Yeah. Angry, multi-clashing minds.
How do you feel like your exposure to the group over an extended period has shaped your
I have gotten,
purview?
She thought we were playing characters.
I got slam fucked into a dunk tank. I did not expect. No, I thought I had an idea of what I was getting into, and I don't know how y'all live together every day. It's
We
fucking
don't
crazy.
see really see each other.
Separate
much.
corners of the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Individual minds.
Okay.
For what it's worth, Nikki, if you weren't here, we would have literally got nothing.
Nothing.
done.
Do you remember?
Literally nothing.
I was thinking about it because there was one time that we tried to do
Yeah.
a meeting with Andre at that weird house, and we didn't do anything.
Weird house.
Literally
yeah,
nothing.
that house that he had rented.
Marriage house. Engagement
Marriage house.
Yeah.
And we sat on the couch,
The one
and
that
it was
across the
very
street.
similar setup to what we did in our meeting.
Right.
And we just sort of didn't do
Did
anything,
nothing.
and
To
then
be
we
fair,
ordered
That's
Chipotle.
not true.
I think we
actually
were talking about
remember
everyone's T levels.
We went over body counts.
Yeah,
T levels.
we guessed each other's body counts,
Right.
and then we guessed each other's T levels, and then we ate Chipotle.
These all sound
Yeah,
like
and then
good
went home.
podcast clips, but
Right.
not good brainstorm clips.
That largely fell on me. I came far more prepared this time.
Yeah.
And for that meeting, it was definitely just like I was kind of trusting Andre to like ping pong off of and get things done. And he was the one going T level.
He was
body
like,
count.
"Have you seen my T levels?"
But like during these meetings, very, very often we'd start like veering off of topic, and then Nikki just brought us right back every time.
we need someone to rein us back.
Yeah.
We broke it down into days of like problem days and solution days, where I'm a solution solver as soon as
Everybody
I hear the
wants.
problem.
Hey, what should we do about that? But what should we do about that? Okay, we're not talking about what we should do about it. Just tell us what you don't like. Just tell us what you like and don't like.
Start small.
Yeah. I think maybe you just needed a like friend adjacent, like not quite. You're not quite comfortable
We
enough
needed an
around me
adult.
to like slack.
Need an adult. I
Yeah.
will be that person for you.
Happy to be that.
The adult.
I'm an
Lamana,
adult.
you're the one looking for solutions too.
Oh,
Wait, Lamana. I have a clip of you being the adult.
All right.
Roll the clip. Roll the clip.
And these were
What'd
from,
you do,
this from a
Lamana?
board game. We were trying to like have fun together.
It's Dawning of Age of Aquarius. No.
This was actually a very PG rated version.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What
I'm glad you
happened?
didn't show everything.
Yeah, but the
Sometimes I get very excited and I start short circuiting.
Yeah.
So,
that was
like,
really fun.
You're stroking out a
I
little.
Yeah, a
understand.
little bit. Mm-hmm.
I understand.
Had a
I'm
couple
with you.
beers.
Comes with
I was
age.
celebrating Steelers win.
God, I wish you guys knew younger Lamana.
Oh,
Me too.
Do you have any videos from back then?
I'm sure
Yeah, home
Jenna probably has
videos.
tons.
Oh,
We
if I
need
can
to
find
get
the
some
one
on
where
the
you
pod.
Wolverined outside of the Orleans, that would be so good.
I'll have it within 30 seconds. Let me text Jenna. 30 seconds flat after I hit send.
I don't know why. I don't know why we were there. I don't know what was going on, but everybody. I think we went to a club. Somehow we ended up at the Orleans, blacked out drunk. I wasn't drunk, obviously, but everybody else blacked out drunk. And they have a 24/7 Subway. And I could even be wrong. It might not even be the Orleans. It might have been the Gold Coast. It was some down bad place on the Strip. But they have a 24/7 Subway. Lamana has a fucking Italian hoagie, just like
BMT.
Yeah, just chomping it. And he did this thing. I don't know what drove it. Like it was when he had a little more hair, but it was starting to go thin. And he had product in it. He would just take the front of it and put it into two horns, and then it'd be like this guy.
Oh my god.
Wolverine.
I was a Wolverine.
That sounds
Lamana's
fun.
my favorite.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't tell the others.
He's so fun.
Oh man, he's the best. The best memory I actually have is I used to tell this story about him watching the AFC Championship in AC, and he swore that I wouldn't tell it. Like he got so mad at me for telling it. But one day we were at our friend's house, and I was retelling the story, and he happened to be drunk again. And so now the funnier story is actually his reaction to me retelling the story of when he was too drunk in AC. He was losing his mind. Like I thought he was gonna murder me. He's actually like in my face saying like, "Why are you gonna tell the story all the time?"
Is this when you
Why
went
do
home?
you?
Is this
Yeah,
when
why
you went
did
home?
you?
with,
It was
some
so
wife?
funny.
Why does
Yeah,
your?
I mean, are we seeing a trend here where he just like makes fun of others for his own?
It wasn't making fun.
Lamana.
It was not making fun. It was just recounting the story.
Not making fun,
Oh, but
just
how hyperbolic
recounting.
was the story?
Not at all.
Is this when you went home with some man's wife?
He did not go
home
home.
with a man's wife.
We've told
Come
the story
on,
on
I'm
the
not that
podcast.
kind of
The
person.
Peloton.
It was the
Peloton
owner of
CEO.
Peloton.
It's real.
Yeah, so we were all working at a bar.
Yeah.
Right.
And the owner of Peloton came in
Well,
with
you
his
didn't
wife.
work-
You didn't work there.
Right,
You
yeah,
were
I was
just
I was
sleeping
just
in the back,
Sleeping
apparently.
in the back, yeah. Yeah, no, it was good times. Oh, man. Yeah, 20-something Lamana was a fucking riot.
Hey, we had a good time though, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I want to know him.
Yeah, you need to know Lamana in the vortex.
You have to go
It's
back.
funny because
because
Michelle says she's like, I think I would have really liked you in high school, and then hated you in your 20s, and then I met you probably right at the right time when
It
calmed
was the
down a little
exact
bit.
opposite for me. I hated you in high school, and I progressively just started to love you more and more.
you hated him in middle school. I thought you guys like fought
No,
back.
no,
then?
middle school we were like best
really
friends.
good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the puberty that tore
And
you
then it was
guys
like high
apart.
school. We wanted to kill each other.
His dad and my granddad were drinking buddies, so we got set up on a friend date.
That's cute.
And then we ended up on the same little league team, and we were
Right.
friends. And
Yeah.
then we started like the same girls, and I hated them.
Oh, because
Just over.
did he
He
get
got the
them?
girls.
But you guys were supposed
He
to
was
fight.
charismatic,
be
and
honest.
he was Wolverine.
We saw the picture of Berkey in the fucking yearbook.
Oh, look, Lamana had looks, but he was not charismatic at that age.
Oh, were
Wait,
you
wait,
shy?
wait. What do you mean had looks?
Wow.
Wow, bro.
What are you
I'm a
trying
little
to say?
thinner, a little heavier,
Yeah.
but
But you look the same.
still got that Riz, baby.
What a mistake in you for.
You're taken.
young
You've
tortoise
taken a
Riz.
Riz. You've taken a Riz.
There's Berkey in high school.
He's pissed that Lamana gets all the ladies.
He's got a cat. What do you mean?
This is
He's just trying to get ladies.
Seething in the corner.
this is getting a little ahead of it, but we might as well throw it out there. We are going to post a prompt on our Twitter at onlyfriends_pod. And what we want you to do is reply to that picture and say, who is this? Just let us know who that is.
Who's that you just saw on the
Who
screen?
is that good look? He fucks. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
he
that much.
fucks.
He
He
definitely
doesn't fuck.
fucks. He fucks.
He fucks a sock with lotion. That's the only thing he's ever fucked in his life. And I'm actually scared, but the cat made me too.
Oh
We can't do this. Not like this.
Not like this.
I'm just telling you what I say.
The first half was really good.
You guys get all upset that I make a little fun here and there for the laughs, but I'm the fucking thumbnail of some down bad rapper.
We have to balance it out.
Jesus
we
Christ
have to
on.
balance it
And then
out.
I get Dr. Doolittle as my high school bitch.
It's only a little hyperbolic, right?
Yeah. Guapo's trying to set up like 50 things, and you're like, I think I should have a table in my shot. Can you make a table happen in my shot?
To be clear, I was talking to you, not Guapo.
Well, now it looks like your mic is floating.
That's what I said.
I know.
Yeah. It looks so weird. Everyone watching is like, does Berkey have a floating mic? Where is it coming
It's
from?
like I'm in a totally different house. I'm not even with you guys.
That's what the podcast looks like.
I know. I wish we could have an establishing shot.
We
at a minimum.
replicated it.
You know what we
Keep it
should get?
consistent.
Actually, this might be. I know we talked about it in the exercise of like what would we do with an endless budget.
Yeah.
But this actually might be something that is worth looking into. One of those 360 cams.
Yeah.
That we can just like mount to the ceiling and get an establishing shot of the studio space.
Oh, it's kind of like the shot of in the intro.
Yeah, it would take the place
But,
of that.
okay.
Because like that shot. No offense, but it's like it's.
You just want to prove we're all in the same room.
Well, you know, that's an establishing shot. It's a pretty big deal when you have a bunch of people speaking to each other.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
it looks like they could be at different places, but also like the one that we use for the countdown is like only half the room and
Yeah.
not we're using a webcam. We're not exactly highbrow
Just to give you
at
guys
this
a little
point.
taste.
Hey, we look good.
What's going on?
Hey.
I'm here. I am in the room.
Yeah.
This is proof of life.
Like honestly, we thought we gave you the best shot. It's
Yeah, it is the
beautiful.
best
You look
shot.
like you're in a freaking
This is
catalog.
always
I think
how it
Conrad
is,
looks
though.
great.
And I said, would you
But
like
I
to
always
switch?
look
And you
great.
didn't want to.
No, I think he specifically makes that shot look good.
Oh, okay.
Like he looks like the pine cones.
That's very kind of you.
Oh, okay.
You racist?
You have a brown shirt on,
He
man.
looks like the pine cones.
Is that brown? I thought it was green.
Maybe a
Is
little
your
bit.
shirt- is your
Somebody
shirt-
call
Oh, yeah, he's
911.
colorblind. No,
Oh my
he's
God.
legit colorblind.
Green?
This we know
It's
this.
kind of green.
It's brown.
You are
It's brown.
legit
Very
colorblind.
Yes.
It's almost like a purpley brown.
You're colorblind and you still don't see me as olive?
You're
Jesus
not olive.
Christ. Well, if I'm red, you'd see me as olive.
No, wait.
White.
But maybe you are olive, but since he's colorblind, he can't.
Thanks, Brian.
see
You're
it.
right. You know what?
Nikki
You're right.
is olive. Melissa's olive.
you.
Brian
You're
is
white.
olive.
You're a white guy.
Brian is
It's
more
okay.
olive than Matt.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Guapo
he's
is
Italian.
Olive adjacent.
Italiano.
I'm Italian.
You are
Three
white.
quarter
So what other
Italian.
colors can't you say? I guess you don't
Red,
know.
green.
Red, green.
It's the red green.
Red green is tough. That's why I know
Like
like
that
a lot
actually. This actually looks very green to me. Like a
Wait,
dark. Like a
is
dark
it tough for
green.
you too, Lamana?
That's wild.
No,
Oh.
not for me. But I know people that like, like play poker. And
Yeah.
when they're playing like a 2-5 game or something, you have red chips and green
I
chips.
am those people.
And it's literally they have to like look at them like to see the nomination on it.
Oh my
or
God.
they'll
Maybe that
throw
could
in
be
the
our
wrong
first
chip.
in the muck segment.
That's scary.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like I'm colorblind and I play red
it
chip
happens.
games.
It's on.
What's the in the muck segment?
So I think we'll introduce it tomorrow fully, but I really enjoy this idea because I think it gives the opportunity to. I think we can bring the audience into the fold. I know we haven't really talked about this yet either, but I think we can have like days where it's like, okay, who in the audience is in the muck, and kind of like go back to the call-in roots where it's just like, hey, we're gonna take in a couple call-ins. But the idea behind the segment is basically, we like to talk strat a lot. We like to talk hands. What you guys don't see off air is Guapo and Lamana will often just bring us hand histories that like we're watching during pre-production. I mean, this is why we're late every day.
Sorry.
Truth of the matter. So we're like looking at spots and they're kind of the best way to describe it is like they're in the muck with you guys. Like they're in that process of their I don't necessarily want to call it a career, but like their poker journey, so to speak, where a lot of the intangibles impact your strategy more than the actual just root logical strategy, right? So you're playing against old man coffee, or you're bluffing for a number that's uncomfortable, or the pot is a size that makes you a little queasy, or when somebody triples off, you just have never seen them show a bluff. All of these intangible things that of course occur in the live realm kind of play into your psyche a bit and become a layer over top of strategy. So this notion of like being in the muck is kind of being wrapped up in all of the noise. And, we kind of just had the idea of like giving a safe space to kind of just be like, all right, I'm kind of in the muck today. And giving the details while we kind of listen to him objectively and say like, okay, I can understand where you're coming from here, but that's fucking illogical. And here's a reasonable approach from a strategy realm. And it doesn't just necessarily apply to poker. Like I think this will extend out to other things. I mean, Lord knows.
I'm in the muck. Only 60-year-olds swipe on me.
That's a different problem. I can't solve that.
That's a segment in and of itself.
I'm gonna die in here.
Help me! I'm gonna die in here. Me every time I open Hinge.
What's the cutoff, Melissa? What's the age?
Well, we talked about this last night for dating or sex.
Are there two different
Which one's
numbers?
older?
Sex.
Oh, okay.
Because I want my kids to have I don't want them to have too old of a dad.
You don't want him to have a granddaddy?
You want him to be alive.
Because my dad was 50 when I was born.
Oh, yeah.
He's an old man.
Yeah. Well, if you get a strapping young 50-year-old,
Yeah, I mean, I'm open.
Well,
Honestly, I'll
yeah.
take what I can get.
But 60s just too
I'm ready to breed.
Welcome to the pod.
I'm prime. My eggs are prime.
I'm ready
Let's
to
go.
breed.
Let's go.
Oh, man.
The chat's going crazy.
Your DMs are gonna get flooded.
Let's go. Looking for a sperm donor.
All the 50-year-olds are like, oh, I didn't know I was
They're like,
eligible.
wait, really? No, I
Hold
mean,
up.
no, because like you have to be hot. Don't even bother if you're not.
Yeah.
Well, what if they're, delusional?
Then definitely not. Yeah, definitely not.
But they don't know that they're delusional.
Right,
That's
well,
the problem.
they should get some help.
Or what if they're adequate with other traits like smart or rich?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, well, they say there's a triangle. You have to pick,
Yeah, right.
handsome, rich, loyal.
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Well, that's ideal, but I don't know.
Can't.
you
Beggars
know?
can't be choosers.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Funny's not that important for reproducing, just more so living together.
I'm more with
Well,
the
funny kids.
I'm looking to breed, and usually funny kids have you have to just fuck them up a little, and then they'll be funny.
All right, traumatize
yeah,
them a little bit.
They can tell you jokes.
Bring them over to the uncle's house.
Right.
We'll fuck
bring
them
them
up
to
good.
the uncles, and they'll get severely traumatized, and then they'll be funny.
Yeah.
I just want them
It's
to
good
have
strat.
good genes, be able to go to private school.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Well, that's a great segue into what we hope to accomplish with this podcast moving forward. As far as I'm concerned, it's just getting you, bread.
Yeah, I'm trying to breed.
Yeah. Red.
Something switched in my brain when I turned 28. Well, I just did, but
Yeah.
maybe 27 and a half.
That is about the age where you start feeling more pressure. Like there's this.
Well, it's not even pressure. I'm just
window.
I'm ready to breathe.
Oh, okay.
I
So
feel
it's like
fertile.
a hormonal thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I never got
But
that.
before I was like, oh, that seems like a lot. Now I'm just like, all right.
Babies, let's go. Your nipples tingle with milk.
Yeah, I start lactating. I'm
Excuse
like,
me, we're having a woman
I'm
conversation.
just in Starbucks lactating. I'm like, where's my baby?
Landon is horrified.
Okay, Landon.
He's so traumatized right now.
When you step into the dating pool,
Just the facts
Landon.
of life, buddy.
Yeah, this
Just
is
the
why I
facts of
don't
life.
date an older woman, because she's going to want kids immediately. Let's breed.
Man.
You're a
To
strapping
be
young
fair, I
thing.
think anything that has
How's
to do
your
with milk
genes?
or cream kind of messes with Landon.
Why?
Go
He's
on.
lactose
We
intolerant?
had a little bit of a cream incident yesterday.
What are you setting up?
Huh?
You don't remember
Pussy
this?
cream?
One of our
I wasn't gonna say it.
Wait, what?
Oh, it
If
was,
that wasn't Landon, that was me.
we have blue humor.
It was me.
Yeah, it was
Berkey is the
you. He
pussy
wants
cream
credit for pussy
connoisseur.
cream.
I thought someone else would guess it. We were playing a game, and you got points if you filled in the blank comparable to somebody else. And I went out on a limb, and I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Thought someone else would guess pussy cream.
Yeah, but it set the tone. That became the answer at least 4 times over thereafter, and I
Yes.
got it every single time.
Yeah.
Control. I don't remember what the other ones were. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Hole.
Yeah.
Juice.
I
Juice.
guess ask for hole. Thank you. All right, so what are we trying to accomplish
I need
here?
more water, man.
He's out of
Need a
water.
He
timeout.
did finish it.
I
He was
I
nervously
drink when I'm
drinking water while I
nervous.
was talking about
Yeah, it
getting bread.
Starts like peeling the label off.
Yeah. Like,
I'm so
I
uncomfortable.
don't know.
Oh man! All right.
I'm gonna die in here.
As far as like what we're hoping to accomplish moving forward, and I'm sure for a lot of people in the chat, this will be
Hoping for Melissa's progeny.
well, that's only once a week, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once a week will be dedicated to getting Melissa married off.
Yeah.
The other 4 days a week will be dedicated to poker and all the ancillary things around it, which I know the show has been that, but this lull post World Series has kind of made it kind of, I don't know, a little bit tough. Like, for me, Brian and Conrad, we're avid NFL fans. It's tough for us not to just constantly work in what we're paying the most attention to. But first and foremost, we're all poker players. And I think it's important that we reestablish those roots to the pod. So I know that everybody will be relatively happy with that. We'll be working in more segments, but we also want to have a little bit of fun. Like, that's why we were playing some of these games. We want to see where we can work them into the show. We want to incorporate the audience a lot more. We have a bunch of giveaways coming up. We're going to be giving away WPT Voyage seat. It's a $7,500 package to Virgin Cruise, where there is going
You have to be a virgin?
I don't think so.
No.
Actually, it's probably
Nice.
recommended that you're not.
18 plus cruise.
Yeah. So 18 plus.
No kids.
I think it's WPT Prime main event is part of the package, which is a 1,600. So we're going to be giving that away. I think Friday this week is going to be the ultimate giveaway. So stay tuned for that. We'll be giving more details throughout the course of the week. We're also going to be giving away an NAPT seat, which is happening
November 5th, I believe.
first week in November?
Yeah, first
Okay.
week of November.
And that's taking place at Resorts World, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So anybody who's going to be in the Vegas area, first week in November.
1,600, right?
Yep.
1650, I think, and it is a 1.5 million.
Correct.
I believe.
There are also other events. They're doing some prelims and some post-lims. I think there's a 5K high roller. It should be a pretty big event, all things considered, for the time of year and the fact that it's in Vegas. And then lastly, we have, just a bunch of other stuff. We want to start paying a lot closer attention to the membership. We appreciate everybody who's been supporting us all along. So we want to start doing some maybe behind the scenes content to upload here and there. Maybe giving you guys the chance to have extra luck in these giveaways. But just know that we're paying attention and we're going to be giving back as much as we possibly can to those members. That's about it from my perspective. You guys have anything you want to add?
Games.
Oh yeah, so some fun days, yeah, where the way the week is structured, especially in the slower seasons with poker, we want to always, it's a poker podcast first and foremost, but in between seasons, it can, as you know, there's like less going on. There will be more going on soon, but it's a good time to have some fun, play with the group. So mixing up the days where we have Strat Chat on Wednesdays, which is just going to be pure strategy, pure poker. If you're a nerd or a brainiac, that is your day. And then followed up by Thursdays being more of the fun day, casual day. We'll talk some poker, but within the muck. But we'll also, do some group games, some more Chat GPT Family Feud, or some of the games that we've been playing here that have kind of shown everyone's personalities, I think, highlighting the different aspects. And I think it's what makes this group so special is the dynamic that everyone has with each other. And I'd love for people to see more of that. Maybe not all of it. Maybe not all of it.
Gotta keep some of it.
Some of it's behind the Patreon.
So you guys have something special. There's some gold to be mined in these hills. And I think that more people should get to know and love you guys. So.
And some fun one-offs, so maybe some field trips.
Yeah.
I'll make you guys do some embarrassing stuff. Because I'm in charge of that.
Yeah,
section.
Melissa's in charge of that.
Too much power.
Your fate is in Melissa's hands.
We're all going to go to a pole dancing class.
Yeah, I think maybe we should all get one veto.
Yeah.
Okay, you could have one.
No,
Honestly,
Black
that's kind of a sick idea. It's like everyone gets to opt out of something, but if you opt out of them, you can't opt out of others.
Yes,
Yeah, it's kinda,
I like that idea.
It's kind of dangerous.
I'm going to set you guys. Oh, there's strat for me in that.
Yeah,
'Cause
for
I'm
sure.
like, okay, he's going to opt out of this one. I'm going to set him up to opt out of this one. Then we're going to drop it on him. Boom. Drag queen show.
I love Melissa.
I'm in for everything.
Of course you are, retarded.
I'm out.
Yeah, well, we know.
No
we're
way.
shocked. We're really
Wait,
stuck.
no way.
Wow, Conrad doesn't want to play ball? Who ever thought?
That's so crazy.
Oh, man.
He just wants to watch and then yell at the teammates.
Yeah.
He's like the...
He's just
like,
a heckler.
He's like the
Y'all
Barry
niggas want to go
Bonds.
to yoga and shit.
We did an escape room yesterday and we crushed it.
We did crush it.
It was
yeah.
really good. And
Smashed
nobody
it.
fought or anything. We were like so straight to business.
Yeah.
We divided and conquered without even delegating.
We didn't even discuss. We just went straight. You went and straight
Yeah.
did your autism
Whatever.
puzzle on the wall. You're like straight focus on the puzzle.
Whatever shiny object attracted you first, that was your group.
Yeah. And then it switched as like clues got dropped.
Yeah.
You'd switch groups to a new thing, and nobody talked. They just went to it.
Yeah,
It was
right.
awesome. It was like really cohesive. I liked it.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought?
But
Who
you
would
were
have thunk?
you weren't there, Conrad.
Us?
You were missed.
You would have just
Sorely.
yelled at us and heckled
true.
us.
I probably went out the
I
emergency
think
door when it was
Conrad
open.
would have been. I think he would have been fine. I think he would have been right in there, working along with us.
Closed dark space. I don't know. He might have fallen asleep.
You tried scaring me, Brian, and you got headbutt.
I
for
did.
It.
I did.
And you
I
guys
was-
both
it
missed the
wasn't-
clue that
but
you were that you
It's
scared
funny
him
because
with.
good thing your head didn't go through that glass door. But I'm standing right next to him, so
It's
he
a dark
sees me,
room.
and I just give him one of these. Ah! And he headbutts me right, literally in the forehead. I can still feel it.
Fuck
There's a
around and
bump,
find
there's
out.
A little bump right there. He almost knocked me out.
That's good instinct. If
Yeah.
someone attacked you, you'd headbutt
right.
them.
Yeah.
The Viking way.
I got what I deserved.
You tried to scare me. You don't scare me.
I didn't try to scare you. I
did
scared
scare you.
Yeah.
You were very, very
You
scared.
did. That's the thing. You tried
almost
and you
jumped
succeeded.
through the roof.
I
I
was.
think at this point that Landon would be desensitized to like anything loud or scary, considering he's been sleeping next to me for the last 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. What did you do last night to prevent?
I'd love to know the impetus behind this fort that you built.
It's unbelievable.
Let's take a look.
Bro made a fucking sleep barrier to protect from the snore.
I will say it was like
Oh,
1:30 in the morning when I woke up, and I came out here and I didn't hear a snore for an hour.
Really?
Yeah, I was out here for at least an hour. Did not hear not one.
Snore fort worked.
So was
Snort.
the idea that
Snorfed.
was the idea that if you enclosed yourself, you'd be less
Didn't
likely to
seem very
snore, or
soundproof.
was that supposed to be a soundproof sheet?
Okay, so it had 2 things that I was facilitating. The first was I give myself a barrier to like jerk off and actually go to sleep.
Oh my god!
That is not.
Did you know?
You got this one
Me
going.
neither.
Wait a second. Let me
We
not
should have
aware-
known from anal jet systems.
I'm not aware of the snore.
listen. Come on.
Have fun in that room again tonight.
Some people take Ambien. This is how I fall asleep.
Yeah,
And on
I'm
top
with
of
you,
that,
bro. I'm with you.
Organic.
It should cut off the snoring a little bit.
So it definitely wasn't soundproof. It was purely a
jizz-proof.
jerk off curtain.
It was a jizz screen.
It was a jerk off tent.
Yeah.
You can just call it what it was.
So
it
that's
was a jerk
why,
off tent.
That's why I didn't hear you snoring. You weren't sleeping.
It was a splatter screen.
Landon's more upset by this than the nipple cream.
I don't know. It's close. It's
Oh,
close.
poor Landon.
It's too much, man. I just want to.
You have 2 brothers. I'm sure you had a fap tent at one point in your life.
No, I always had my own room. I was the privileged one.
God, you were the prodigal son, huh?
You
Yeah.
ate a baby
That's
and
why-
then also got your own.
That's what happens when you consume the fourth.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get your own room.
Man, poor.
Wait,
poor-
they stayed in the same room and you had your own?
They had a bunk bed and I had my own room.
just.
Wow, they had a
Wow.
bunk bed?
I can't believe that they are even remotely normal. They have to fucking hate you so badly.
Right?
They did.
They did.
Not
Oh
anymore.
my god.
Bigger. He gets his own bed.
Yep.
Probably got his.
Ate all the food
I was
probably.
gonna say an unfair share of the food
Yeah.
for
That's
sure.
why he's so big.
Yeah.
It was a fight for food.
Yeah.
I won.
Since conception.
Well, they were worried about getting eaten.
yeah.
They
Or
should
like,
be.
we
You ate
saw
their
what you
sibling.
did to
Yep.
Marcus. Marcus.
I wonder what the fourth one would be. It would end in an N.
It's in you.
Yeah.
No, like the name
Oh,
of
maybe
like
maybe
Colton.
Colton or
Poor Dalton, man.
Brandon.
No wonder
Well,
he.
man, I'm Landon. It wouldn't rhyme.
Meriden.
Brendan.
My mom wanted to go with Anakin Spiriton and like some other name,
Anakin.
and my dad was like,
Anakin.
"What the hell are you talking
Wow,
about?"
lucky you got talked out of that one.
Imagine
I didn't get talked
imagine
out of
if
it.
his
My-
name
my-
was
I'm
Anakin.
Sorry. He would never last on this podcast one day as
Anakin.
an Anakin.
In an alternate universe.
Yeah, he would. Honestly, he would probably have to be just a lot more physically strong.
I would have joined the dark side years ago.
Right.
You'd
right,
have
yeah.
to miss a hand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of sick though.
To be Anakin?
Yeah, kinda. Like if your name was Legolas, like that would be kind of.
I'm sorry, what?
Back when I had the long
Like
hair.
from Lord of the Rings.
I never saw that show.
He has the
It's
white
a movie.
hair.
I don't care.
And a book, not a.
Like, if your name was Legolas.
He had the bow and arrow.
That means nothing to
Was
me.
it Orlando Bloom?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legolas.
You're saying words.
I would have
Legolas.
nailed that trivia question.
This is what Melissa
be
must feel
Gimli.
like during the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
much.
understand. I'm with you. I
But
get
one
it.
day I'm gonna like learn. Not one day. I'm gonna take months and learn and to get it better than you guys, but never tell you I'm learning.
That's
You're going to
smart.
become an NFL sharp?
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm gonna get a
Honestly,
coach.
I love that arc.
That would be great.
I'm gonna get a coach, and then I'm just gonna clown on you guys.
kind of-
Honestly, the market for hot girls in pro sports is just like
Very high.
There's
so
a lot
booming.
of them though, and they do a good job. So I mean,
There's only a lot of them because you're exposed to the handful that exist.
yeah.
It's like when you say that some people in the gym have a dump truck, and that's not the average.
Right, like you think that just every girl that goes to the gym, fat ass.
You think that?
No.
I don't think that.
No, the
I have
content
very high
creator gym.
standards
Yeah,
for
she got
ass.
mad that you said that.
You guys think
Right.
that any
that
girl
girl's
that's
thick.
pretty is like, whoa, like you have the halo effect, and you're like, her ass is huge, and it's like,
Definitely
Normal.
not.
It's either both of us have a halo effect or somebody has body dysmorphia.
well, they're not thick in my opinion.
Right.
But
We
they
normally
look
don't
great.
agree.
They
We-
look great, but you guys go, whoa, I've never seen anything that big. It's like Jupiter. And it's like not. It's just like a normal.
That may be grandpa.
It's like Jupiter. Back in my day, we never saw that.
We should just qualify it. We should just qualify with numbers of C's. To be honest, I don't think I've ever really lifted at a gym where girls go. Like high
You should
school.
try mine.
High school, we lifted in a dungeon. I mean, college, like we
And
shared
now
the gym.
you go to like a boys.
It's
gym.
not a boys' gym, but like it's an expensive program gym, so there's only going to be 4 or 5 people there at a time, and the women all go together. They all have their own.
And the ones that are there and
Sounds like a
like
great
gonna
way
be
to meet a
professional
gym girl.
college.
Yeah,
Very few and far between.
Yeah, college, we shared the gym, but it was athletes only.
I'm starting to think my gym might be couples only.
I'm starting to think your gym is like content creators only.
It
Yes,
seems like
it is.
it.
Content creator couples. They're always filming each other.
Yeah,
Jane Endes is there.
I've seen him there, yeah.
Yep.
you need to
But
catch
he's
someone.
in a couple too. He goes with some guy.
You
So
need-
I don't know. Everyone's got a partner. I'm there by myself.
You need to catch someone in the wild spitting pre-workout into another man's mouth.
What?
Why do I need to do that? I don't want that.
I think no.
I need someone for.
No, I don't. No, I'm not saying you need to do it. I'm saying like in your gym. I'm sure this is happening all the time for the content.
Yeah.
I need to see the behind the scenes of
Oh,
this.
okay, yeah. Well, like they have Reagan Grimes there. They have Nick Walker there. The Mutant. They're just like, you know.
They're as
They
big
got
as
those
Jupiter.
curly veins. Yeah, they're big as Jupiter.
Jesus Christ.
Unbelievable.
Take me home.
Where did he go?
He probably has to
God.
take a nap. You know, it's about to get dark out. We're 4 hours from sunset.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Salute to our fallen
soldier Conrad.
Oh man, who's gonna?
He looks
shot.
Damn, look at those pine
He looks like a pine cone.
Look at that shot. It's gorgeous.
Oh my God, Conrad
better?
turned into a pine cone.
Oh man, it didn't work. All right. Well, while we're calling out our friends, let's talk about the WSOP $3,200 high roller event yesterday, won by the one and only Nikki. Big shout out to Denise, former Academy attendee.
Mm-hmm.
Huge win for her. She's been grinding the tournament scene for maybe 2 years now, post COVID, whatever that is.
Playing a lot of cash in Texas.
I've not really anymore.
Does she
she's from
she
Mississippi.
sattied in or? That's like
I don't
That's
know.
like a big online buy-in.
Well, she's giga rich.
Oh.
She got that pharma money.
Oh shit.
She's very successful. She has a pharmaceutical business of sorts. She's told me what it is. I don't remember the details well enough to go into it on air, but
She's the plug, man.
yeah, she crushes.
She's
She absolutely
literally
crushes.
The plug.
Oh, welcome back.
And he's back. So yeah, like it's a big buy-in, obviously competition wise, but it's not a big buy-in to her. I don't think
see.
she was just in Barcelona. I think she played the main event there. Anyway, huge score, tough field. Final table was her. She beat Chrissy B heads
Shannon
up.
Shore,
Shannon Shore,
Chewy
Chewy,
was
Brian Rass.
Yeah.
Just all the names.
She just
mowing them down one by one.
Right.
Down this killer lineup. It's unbelievable.
I texted her this
It's
morning
awesome.
to congratulate her, and she goes, "Thanks. I played the Mallards a bunch and won."
Brent would be proud.
Brent's
Yeah,
very
he would
proud.
be.
Yes.
Ben's very proud. So big shout out to her. Love to see it. Happy whenever somebody we know pretty well wins a bracelet.
Absolutely.
Not anyone here.
No.
We're all
one day.
We
We're all
don't do
wrist
that.
beltless. Someday. You got to play to win.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing.
That's true.
You got to play to win. We're in Big Bear. Can't play to win. However, what
We
we
can play other
play,
games.
what we can play from Big Bear is Underdog Fantasy. Huge shout out to our sponsors. We can recap our Weekend Warrior picks. We actually did pretty great, all things considered. I'm not going to point any fingers. I'm not going to say that he's never gotten one right. But we
Zach
went
Wilson.
We went 4-1.
Oh my God.
Wait, no. You,
No, I
you
didn't
switched
get mine.
off.
I didn't get mine
Brian
right.
lost 2.
I would have took
Wait,
Najee
what?
under.
He took Lamar.
I think I took Lamar under, or I'm sorry,
Lower.
Lower.
That's why I said lower. You guys just heard a different word.
Am I misremembering our picks?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. Mine was Lamar
Lower than 200 yards passing.
I think it was like 220 or something like that. But
what did he throw for?
it was like
It was
239.
he had lower than 200, but it was
just
over
missed
2.
it.
It was over 2. It
Yeah.
was
I
higher.
think I had higher than 205. And
I thought you took.
It wasn't
I
enough.
thought you took the
It
Najee
wasn't
lower.
enough to
That was
win,
lower.
Burke.
Okay.
So
lower.
I thought you took the
Did you
Najee
guys
lower.
do good or not? Because
So I
it
guess
sounds like
not.
you didn't.
It looks like
I did great.
Landon and I were the only two who got it correct.
Undefeated Dolphins sharp.
Same.
Fins up. Go Birds.
Undefeated Steelers sharp.
Birds 5-0.
Go Birds.
Birds have been a sneaky 5-0.
Go Birds and Jason Kelce.
I like Jason Kelce.
Me too.
Do you ever watch the pod?
No, I should though.
You really should. Because the irony is, I think people think that Travis Kelce is like the big character. And he is.
No,
like,
it's him because we watched Catching Kelce and
Yeah.
Jason stole the show.
100%. This guy is funny.
Yeah.
He's like
real as
a
fuck.
non-cringe dad.
He's very based.
He's
very
based.
based. His wife is actually awesome too. So this is very funny. They've been doing their pod for about a year and a half or so, and they've already taken over as the #1 sports podcast, which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like that space is so crowded, and it's been held down by I think like not First Take, but some derivative thereof forever.
I'm an athlete, I think.
No, not even close. But they took over #1 spot, and a lot of their biggest podcasts where they have huge guests like Andy Reid or Travis.
Go Birds.
Yeah.
Used to be.
Or like Patrick Mahomes. So they have these massive guests based off. They're on the 2 best teams in the NFL right now, or 2 of the best, and those pods will do like millions. Their second most watched pod right now is Jason Kelce's wife.
Wow.
And
Is
it
she
was
based?
incredible. She's so good. She talked about, so they met on Tinder,
No way.
which is such a great
Oh
story.
my god.
It's so worth going back and like watching.
I will watch it.
Because obviously their 2 perspectives of how, the first interactions and everything worked out. There's overlap, but they're coming from 2 totally different realities, right? Like online dating is just different to everybody. It's really hilarious to hear them kind of get into the details of everything. But yeah, like Travis Kelce was great on Saturday Night Live, I thought. And I assume him to be like a fill the room, really outgoing kind of guy.
charismatic.
Kind of sucks on the mic. Doesn't suck.
Oh, yeah?
Doesn't suck,
No,
but like
he's okay.
he's
pretty
very
charming.
dampened.
Yeah.
I think he's very dampened by his brother.
Well, yeah. So when we were watching Catching Kelce, which was a 2016 dating show where Travis Kelce picks one girl from 50 states of girls.
The only reason Michelle knew who he was before Taylor Swift.
Right.
Sure.
So in that show, they're down to the final 4 or whatever, and he's talking to his brother, and he's like, I really like this girl. And then the brother's like, bro, she's a clown. Like, she looks like a clown. And then he just eliminates her right after that. But he was just like, would just give it to him like straight up every time. And every time they were together, I was like, they really should have like their own show. But it makes sense.
I'm guessing
Jason.
Jason is the older.
Yeah, he's
brother.
37. I think Travis is 35. So I think there's like a 1 or 2 year difference between them.
And they're also doing a documentary, aren't they? I think they're doing.
I thought they already did.
They already did it, but I'm not sure if it's out.
I think it's on. I'm not positive of this, so don't quote me. Don't book it.
Don't book it.
But I think it's on Prime. It could be on one of those other off. It might be on Hulu. It actually might be on Hulu. I get those 2 confused a lot because they're both green. But
Prime
yeah,
is blue.
Prime Video.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is blue.
Okay. I stand correct.
Damn, I really wanted you to.
Oh my God, you should have
fight
booked
me on that
it.
one.
You wanted to be on the board.
I'm hardly dug in on Prime being green.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Book it.
Hulu's red.
Hulu's not red. That
Okay,
one
now I'm
that one I'm
gaslighting.
definitely dug in on. But yeah, I haven't seen the documentary yet, but I heard it's actually pretty good. Probably worth watching.
Yeah,
I mean, they're big
probably.
characters. Honestly, this is so smart. So many of these athletes are doing this now. There are a lot of podcasts coming off where the athletes are just circumventing themselves into media preemptively. Like before, you used to have to audition to ESPN, and like a lot of times, if you weren't Tom Brady, you were just getting a shit salary. Like athletes are a dime a dozen unless you're going to be the guy, right?
Yeah.
But the ones that realize they can be the guy just team up with a couple other guys that are characters, and then they build these massive podcasts.
Yeah, and you're not beholden to like a corporation or like where you can
Well, you are what you are if you're successful.
No, yeah,
You
right,
end up
but-
getting bought out or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's true. But like, but I think they get bought out because they are more real. They give you the behind the scenes
Yeah.
They get to sort
of
of
what's actually
decide
really
their-
going on in like the professional athlete.
And for
world.
the most part, like everybody knows these guys before they get on the mic as characters. Like Shannon Sharp was always going to be someone that we wanted to hear from in retirement, and he
I had a
started Club
jersey
Shay
of his.
Shay.
My dad was a Ravens fan.
Yeah, he crushes it. He's so good at what he does.
Ski up.
Yeah.
Yep.
The I Am Athlete guys, Brandon Marshall, Chad Ochocinco, and a couple others on that show. The Pivot, which is Ryan Clark, former Steeler, and a couple Dolphin
What
or
about-
Fred Taylor.
Does Jimmy Garoppolo have a podcast?
He's still playing.
Not yet.
There, you know what though?
Well, so is Travis.
Is
so
it,
is the
Does he
Kelces.
have an OnlyFans?
I think there's a better chance that he ends up on The Bachelor or something like that.
Yeah.
He's
Doesn't
definitely
he-
just like one
Wait,
of those pretty
is he
guys.
a single guy?
I don't know, but I just
No,
assumed
he's
that.
not.
I was
He's
gonna say,
not.
he's
I
gotta
looked
be
it
wifed
up.
up.
He's not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gonna have to
sorry.
tear that apart.
Sorry.
No, I want an untainted man.
There are a lot of
Do those exist?
No,
not in Vegas.
that's why I'm single.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah. Anyway. Next camera.
Someone please hand off.
Oh,
I'm gonna
man.
die in here.
So maybe what we should be doing is picking podcast host as our higher lower picks, because I thought we did well this
Oh,
week,
yeah.
but apparently we went 2 and 3.
Well, okay. Do you?
I was about to lay all the wood on
Do you believe
Guapo.
it's rigged?
No.
Oh wait.
Because there's a lot of conspiracy theories that it's rigged, right?
Yeah.
Did Guapo
So if
brick
it's
again?
rigged, then
Yeah.
then it would be sharp to pick the rising star.
Well, for sure,
right?
for sure. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Honestly, that's what we should do. Is we should
Act
have
as
you
if
pick.
it's rigged.
Yeah, you should act as if it's rigged, because what's the difference anyway?
Yeah.
You may as well.
Yeah.
And start picking, and then we'll compare it against our average.
Wow, and I'm gonna crush you.
You probably will.
Yeah.
Honestly, you probably will, because the people who are getting the most limelight are obviously really fucking good.
Yeah.
You know, if you just like go Mahomes and Kelce every
Seems
week,
like a plus EV then.
you're
Why
gonna
wouldn't
do
you
okay.
do that?
Well, you assume that the higher lower lines are going to be.
You know why though? It's
flips.
because you guys have emotional attachments.
I pick the Steelers every week.
Yeah,
This is
I
the
know.
thing.
I either pick the Steelers or against the
And
team
I
that's
don't.
playing the Steelers.
Except go Birds, but like I don't have like emotional. I'm like I need to pick this guy every week. Like, I
People
don't
in the
care.
chat watch and they're just like, I can't believe how awful you guys are at sports betting. It's like, guys,
You're
have
emotional.
have you not noticed that for the last 87 weeks I've picked the Steelers?
Yeah. Everything.
Yeah.
And have you not noticed
just pick
everything
against
he
Berkey.
wears is yellow and black,
Yeah,
and
like- I mean,
everything
we're
Sulfur Y
locked
is
in,
yellow
baby.
and black.
I mean, sometimes it works out. I took the Steelers in the under this weekend. How did that
yeah,
work
a
out?
broken
The
clock's right
No,
twice a day.
no, the actual
Oh,
under.
the actual
I
under.
actually bet it. Yeah.
Okay, well let's recap our weekend warriors so we can get through this really quickly. Apparently we went 2 and 3.
We need a scoreboard for this.
I really
You
thought
thought that I won?
I thought we went 4 and 1. I thought you took a Steeler pick for some reason. I don't
And they
know
all
why.
hit.
Yeah. I think maybe I just made an assumption that you were on Pickett.
I normally do take a Steeler pick, but
Yeah.
this week I wanted to switch it up and take someone against.
You wanted
I
to-
actually
Wow.
took the
didn't.
lock of the century.
I picked the person against the, Steelers to fail.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay,
Lower.
okay.
Yes.
He
I think-
basically took the Steelers defense in action.
I think
Right.
the issue and why people get mad when we call ourselves sharps is how many lock
We
of
don't
the
call ourselves
century.
sharps.
You call
Nobody calls
yourself
themselves
sharp.
sharp.
I mean,
never
saying
said
lock of the century sounds pretty sharp to me.
No.
It's
No, no one sharp says that
Hey,
though.
2
No
seconds.
one sharp
Hyperbolic.
says that.
Chat doesn't think so.
Cacophonous.
It's
2 seconds.
It's obvious hyperbole. Like, to be fair, Boswell was the lock of the century this week.
It was. You just knew that they were
They're
not
playing
gonna,
the Ravens.
Right. They were just always going to get close, but never in the end zone.
Yeah.
So they did.
Just go fuck myself then.
Or higher than 5 points. Like, here
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah. That was
Go
easy.
with the bit, man.
That was easy.
Yes, and
It's not actually the lock of the century. I don't know shit about shit.
I like Boswell.
I just know that Boswell's going to kick 3 field goals every time they play the Ravens.
Right.
That's just the thing. And you know what? I was right. So therefore, lock of the century. See, we work backwards in this.
You
in
get a
this world.
cookie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate the cookie. Thank you. Conrad, you switched off to Zach Wilson. Was that what happened? Last minute, you had Najee lower, and then which actually hit.
Yeah, no.
He had 39 yards going into the fourth. And never got another touch.
Yeah, and I went with Zach Wilson over
higher than what?
Than 205.
That's optimistic.
He had 199.
He's a fucking.
Did he
bum.
really hit 199? You had higher than 205.
Something like that.
We're just gonna get a Creed clip.
They won, right?
And every time this happens, all you're gonna hear is
take me higher.
That's
Brees
it.
Hall had 170 yards. Couple touchdowns.
Yeah.
Well, my pick was, it seemed close, but it probably wasn't because Lamar should have had way more yards than he did.
10 drops.
Yeah, they just kept dropping the ball when they were like streaking down the field.
That happens.
Good for us.
Good for us. Very good for us. We'll get to that in a second. Landon smashed the A-Chain.
I like A-Train.
Higher. I like A-Train better too.
I think
Or
A-Train.
A-Chain.
A-Train.
Everyone was calling him A-Chain, and then he's like, no, it's A-Chain.
Apparently in college, he was A-Chain.
Yeah.
And then he had like a 250-yard week, and he was like, okay, I guess now's the time to get my real last name out there.
Yeah.
And let everybody know it's A-Chain.
Yeah, he was just letting everybody mispronounce his name for years.
Yeah, I just wanted to check in at the half to see how my boy was doing, and he had 5 touches for 120 yards.
That'll do it.
That will do it.
That will do it.
The over.
Higher.
Idiot.
He actually took the time to think about
I know.
it.
I
Just
tried.
looked at me with a fucking grin
Muppets.
after I said it.
The effort's there. You'll have that.
Higher.
Man. Yeah, you'll have
Higher
that.
than 50 and a half.
Guapo, you took higher than 0.5 interceptions for
Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
It's true. He actually had 3 turnovers, but they were fumbles.
Yeah, that's unlucky, man.
Wait, did he really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, they scam
That
FC'd
is
you.
very
Was it
unlucky.
3? It was 3.
2 or 3, something like that.
Yeah.
Wow, they should just did like higher 1.5 turnovers, and you would have been cooking.
Wouldn't be cooking like with grease.
Serious gas.
Serious gas.
On the note of the NFL being scripted and the Taylor Swift cutaways, I actually was talking to Brian about this. I think that our boy in Pittsburgh, Matt Canada, is somehow
Offensive
shown on
coordinator for the
screen.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, he's nobody that you should know. The only reason you would ever know who this guy is because he's so fucking bad
He
at his
stinks.
job.
He
What
stinks.
is his job?
To call the offensive plays.
Okay.
He is so atrocious that they show him on camera at least a dozen times per quarter.
Why?
If the Steelers have the ball, they show him on camera. Now this video you're about to watch is after Kenny Pickett audibles at the line. So basically calls a different play than what he called in. Throws a touchdown to give the Steelers the lead.
It's like a last minute switch up.
Yeah, saw something, one-on-one on the corner for Pickens, said, fuck it, we ball, throws to him, gets a touchdown, gives the Steelers the lead with 2 minutes left. They ultimately go on to win. This is Matt Canada's reaction.
His team, that if it's one-on-one, he gets the football. And there's Matt Canada, offensive coordinator. No question about it. It has been a slog today.
He looks confused.
For the last of his team.
As soon as we saw that live, I look at Lamana and I go, that wasn't the play that was called.
Right.
He's so pissed.
So in a post-game interview, George Pickens said that was the call from the huddle. I don't believe him.
No,
I don't believe. No,
Okay, so
just
he
looking at the
went rogue.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, no, it's not really going rogue. It's usually you have like a backup play in case the defense is, and as the quarterback, you're allowed to audible off of the play that was called
Gotcha.
and into something that you see. If you see
Why is he mad? It worked.
right? Because everything
he's
he
a
does
bum.
doesn't work, and then all of a sudden they do something that he doesn't do,
Why
and
don't
it
they
works.
fire him?
Well,
We would
that's why.
love to know
believe
why.
me,
Is that he's
that's
Steelers? He's a Steelers guy or what?
the
Offensive
Steelers, the organization is so just they have this loyalty to they don't want to just fire somebody
Wow.
in season.
For what
They
it's
don't
worth,
do
I've
that.
never
because
thought of that as a problem either.
No,
That seems
so
to
it's
be the
just
culture.
Yeah, that's just kind of how they operate. So there's been multiple games where the Steeler fans, the entire crowd was screaming, chanting "Fire Canada,
Oh my God.
Fire Canada."
They did it yesterday.
Yeah,
They
did
literally
it
did it yesterday.
Yeah.
This guy, he's really bad. And
I mean, they should get rid of him because maybe you guys would do a lot better.
We probably-
Correct.
we
Right.
probably
Yes,
would do a
that's
lot better.
that's the
It
fans'
might be
gripe.
the whole reason why you guys don't do well.
We are
we as
doing well.
fans
We
are-
are first place.
we are in first place. We've also scored 30 fewer points than our
You
opponents.
guys go to the
Yeah.
Super Bowl?
we have in the past.
We have the
When?
most Super Bowl. We have the most Super
When
Bowls
was
out
that?
of every team.
When was the
A
last
long
one?
time ago.
When
The
was
last
that?
time we went was
We lost to Nikki's
Oh God,
Green Bay
I know,
Packers.
man.
2000.
When was that?
I'm like, what? Oh yeah.
Have you?
2011.
Was
Maybe
that
That's
with
right,
Matt
baby. Go back,
Canada?
go.
No. He's
Okay.
only been here for 3 years.
No, yeah.
Were you an owner of the Packers back then?
No, I just became an owner in 2021.
Oh, so you
Sounds like a
became an owner.
bandwagon
Yeah.
kind of thing.
There's a wait list and you have to wait for a fucking opening.
That's the way Steeler
How
home
did you end up
tickets
with
are.
Packers? Because you're from California.
I know. I picked it to tilt my dad.
Oh, okay. That's valid. That's
Yeah.
a good reason. Yeah.
Spite is a powerful motivator.
Yeah, he wanted me to pick
Absolutely
the Rams. He said I couldn't name another football team, so I might as well pick the Rams. And Packers had just won the Super Bowl, and I
Okay.
remember watching on TV. I was 8, and I was like, "Yaha, the Green Bay Packers."
It's so funny because I've heard that like a lot of people do that. They're like, oh, like I know Brent is a Boston Red Sox fan and he's from New York, but like his dad likes the Yankees, so he's
That's like
and
sacrilege.
it's like this like rebellious thing. I'm like I never. Some people do it, but like I can't imagine like if I did if I just liked Pitt instead of Penn State, like my dad would probably have kicked me out of the house. I'd have been in the streets.
My mom does it too. He's a huge Dodgers fan. Like he's a baseball player, so he's way more into baseball than football. And huge Dodgers fan. We have old Dodgers picks all over the house. She's an Angels fan on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, she picked
Right.
it like
yeah,
that
yeah.
on
That's
purpose.
it's just
I mean,
like it's a thing.
To be fair, she chose poorly.
But the field is much nicer, and I think that's
Yeah,
what she likes
right.
better. She
I
likes
think
going to the
that's
games
I have,
better.
I have no idea why, but maybe some sort of sense of individuality. But like when I was younger, Dalton was like a very big Miami Hurricane fan. I was a very big Florida Gator fan for just no reason at all, just none.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I'm going to take the Canes," and I just took the Gators.
Yeah.
Probably out of spite.
Right.
Want to have someone to like yell at when they won or lost.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And you want to be able to talk shit to your dad without it being your team that you're talking shit about.
Yeah, my dad had like no affiliation, but like just kind of the Gators were better at the time.
Yeah,
It was
there's
like
like a
Tim
lot
Tebow
of-
era. Like Chris Leak just left. Tim Tebow comes in and they start winning. It's like, oh, Gators seem pretty cool. And Dalton was like, nah, I like the Hurricanes.
There's a lot of good Florida college teams to root for.
Florida State's good again.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I was there for a couple of years. They were not great.
Penn State actually might have a shot this year.
Penn State
Big
looks good.
Big Ten's always in the. They're always high, then they beat each other up, and only Ohio State makes it out alive.
Right.
It's just the way it works every single year. It's
Hopefully
really brutal.
one of these times it'll be Penn State.
I don't think it's going to be Ohio State this year. Maybe it's Penn State, but I think Michigan looks really good.
Yeah.
On that note, let's get out of here with a reminder that we put up a tweet prompt. So if you want to head over to onlyfriends_pod on Twitter and answer the prompt, who's this? I just put that tweet up, so you can go ahead and answer now. We'll read the best ones on air tomorrow. Looking forward to you guys just absolutely roasting the shit out of me, as has become the common theme. That's going to do it for us. We got one more day in Big Bear. We'll be coming to you live from this setup one more time tomorrow morning before we head back to the studio. We appreciate you guys as always. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, get yourself those notifications. Leave us a comment what you think about the show today. Let us know what you think about Matt Canada and how bad he stinks. That's going to do it for us. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll be back at noon tomorrow.
Peace.
Higher.